This video is going to be the formula chart number 1. We're going to deal with volume. I will be using the 9th, 10th, and 11th exit level math tax chart with the formulas on there. The very first one, I would pause the video and see how you do. It says, what is the approximate volume of the can shown below? Use 3.14 for pi. The first thing you need to do is go and look in your formula chart. First off, what shape are we dealing with? We're dealing with a cylinder. So if I go over here to volume, I go to find where it says cylinder, and that's right here. The formula is V equals big B times H. So I'm going to come over here and write it. V equals big B times H. Now there is a difference. Big B is not just a base. Big B represents the area of the base of a three-dimensional figure. So first off, the base right here is a circle. So in my circle, the area of a circle, if I look over here, area of a circle, right here, pi r squared. So I'm going to write pi r squared. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in there for B. So I have V, volume, equals pi r squared times H. Now it says that we're going to use 3.14 for pi. R is the radius. Radius is half of this circle right here. So I've got R equals 2. So I'm going to come over here and put 2 squared. H is the height. The height is 8. And now, once we have this, let's plug this in our calculator to figure it out. So I'm going to come over here, and I have 3.14 times 2 squared times 8. Press enter. My answer is 100.48. Now I guess I have inches. And any volume is to the third power. It's cubed, so inches cubed. Here's the next one. Pause the video and come back and see how you did. Again, this one talks about volume of a can. The volume of the can, which is a cylinder, volume, cylinder, is V equals big B times H. V equals big B times H. Big B is area of the base. Well, the base is a circle. So area of a circle, I just put the circle down there to remind me. I go here, area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi r squared. So I'm going to take all of this, because that's the area of the base, and that goes in there for B. So my volume is going to be pi r squared times H. They say to use 3.14 for pi, so I've got 3.14 times, now the radius. Be very careful. Look right here. 9 is the diameter. The diameter is the whole length across. Radius is half of that. Half of 9 is 4.5. So I have 4.5 squared times the height. The height is 17. I will go in here to my calculator. Let's go plug it in. I've got 3.14 times 4.5 squared times 17. Press enter, and my answer is 1080.945. I'll just leave it like that for right now. And the measurement is inches. Since it's volume, it is always to the third power. It's cubed. Next one. Oh, I jumped ahead here on my papers. Here's the next one. Pause the video. Come back and see how you did. Again, this is the volume of a can. I have right here volume of where'd it go? Cylinder. Volume equals big B times H. Big B is the area of the base. The base is a circle. So I've got area of a circle is pi r squared. So my volume is going to be pi r squared times h. 3.14 is what we're supposed to be using. Radius, right here, it's not 8. That's the diameter. The radius is half of that. It is 4. So I have 4 squared times the height, which is 31. So I go over here and I'm going to plug it in. 3.14 times 4 squared times 31. Well, there's my answer. My volume is 1,557.44. I have my units are inches, inches cubed. Next one, it says, what is the approximate volume of a triangular prism? Okay, pause the video and come back and see how you do. On this one, again, it's volume of a triangular prism. So if I go over here, triangle of any prism, V equals big B times H. V equals big B times H. Remember, big B is the area of the base? Okay, this gets tricky because what is the base? Some people say, oh, it's sitting on the ground, so it's a rectangle. It's not. They already told us it was a triangular prism. The area of a triangle, right here, area of a triangle. You can use either one of these formulas. I'll come over here and use base times height divided by 2. Well, my volume, base times height divided by 2, and then times the height. Well, let's just deal with the triangle right here. Let's just find this area. I've got base times the height, so I'm going to have 2 times 6 divided by 2, and then the height is 10. Well, right here, 2 times 6 is 12 divided by 2, times 10. 6 times 10 is 60. I don't have any measurements on here, so the answer, the volume, is 60. Try another one. Pause the video and come back and see how you did. Alright, volume of a triangular prism. Volume of a triangular prism, I've got V equals big B times H. Triangle is the base. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. So basically we can go and find the area of the triangle, which is 7 times 12 all over 2. This is the area of the triangle. This might be easier to do it this way for some of you. So if I come over here, my paper's all going crazy. 7 times 12 gives me 84, divided by 2 gives me 42. So now I'll take 42 and multiply it by the height. The height right here is 15. So come over here and I've got 42 times 15, and I get 630. That'll be the volume, whatever the units are. Next one, it says, what is the volume of a cube with a side length of 10.5? Okay, now, volume, again, a cube is another prism. It says volume equals big B times H. Well, remember that B, the area of the base, is a cube or a rectangle. Let's see, area of a rectangle, base times height, or length times width. So really, whenever you talk about a cube or a rectangle, you've got length times width times height for the volume. Now, this one says it has a side length of 10.5. Remember that on a cube, all the sides are the same. So that means all of this will be the exact same. So I'm going to have, you can do it a couple ways. You can do it 10.5 times 10.5 times 10.5, and you can find your answer, or you could write it as 10.5 to the third power and it'll still give you the same answer. So I'll come over here and I'll do 10.5 times 10.5 times 10.5. There's my answer, and again I want to just show you a 10.5, and then I'll take the caret key, which is right here, and put to the third power. It'll give you the same answer, which means that my volume is 1,157.625. I'll just leave it there for now because you don't know what they'll have for an answer choice. But there's your volume. We have two more. What is the volume of a rectangular prism with a length of 10, width of 8.5, and a height of 7.8? Again, volume is length times width times height. Pause the video. I guess I already told you the formula, but pause the video and then find out if you have the right answer. So I'm going to have 10 times 8.5 times 7.8. So I have 10 times 8.5 times 7.8, and my answer is 663. The last one. Pause the video and come back and see how you did. On this one, again, it says, what is the volume of a rectangular prism with a height of 6, width of 2, and a length of 7? Volume equals length times width times height. Just multiply these numbers. I've got length of 7, width of 2, and a height of 6. Well, 7 times 2 times 6 gives me 84. So my volume is 84.